Welcome to the EPSA Podcast. The EPSA Podcast provides convenient access to information on various EPSA events and opportunities, plus topics from different pharmacy fields that can impact us, the pharmacy students. This podcast series seeks to bring education and awareness that pharmacy students and future pharmacists need to provide the best care. Join us as we fuel our passion for pharmacy, one conversation at a time. Prepare to learn more, be encouraged, and inspired.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the EPSA Podcast. I am Sara Mezani, EPSA Publications Coordinator, and today I have with me Marlene Steininger Katie Remmers and Luciano Alcobia. Marlene and Katie are our winners for the LS of the Year category, and Luciano is representing APEF Portugal, our winner for Member of the Year. First of all, thank you all for being here, and if you could start by briefly introducing yourselves to our listeners.
My name is, as already said, Marlene. I'm studying in Graz in Austria, and for the last 2 mandates, I was the LS for APEF Austria, and this year I'm EPSA Secretary General.
My name is Katie Remmers, and currently I'm the EPSA Events Coordinator, and last year I was part of the executive of the KMPC, and this position is also including the LS position.
I'm Luciano Alcobia. I'm a 5th-year pharmaceutical science student at the University of Algarve and current licensed secretary for APEF Portugal.
Congratulations once again on your rightfully earned titles. EPSA's activity would not be possible without the constant efforts of our member associations represented by their respective LSs. I can't help but notice that apart from me, everyone in this podcast episode either is an LS at the moment or has been in the past. So I believe that the right course of action would be to let you explain to our listeners who haven't maybe been as involved with EPSA so far. What does LS stand for and what responsibilities does this role entail?
So an LS is the liaison secretary, which basically means it's the contact person between the national or local association and EPSA.
And as LS, you're responsible for maintaining the contact between the EPSA executive, the EPSA team, and your national or local association, which means that your main aim is to bring EPSA closer to the students, and you have to make sure that they know that EPSA events are taking place and that they can engage in EPSA events.
As both you, Marlene, and Katie already mentioned, you two are now part of the EPSA team. Do you feel like your previous experience as an LS has contributed to your wish to become part of the team? And has the knowledge you accumulated helped in your role so far?
Going international was always the reason that I joined my national organization, APEF. So I always planned to apply for the EPSA team, but being an LS helped me to understand the way the EPSA team works and which position suited me the best. And it definitely gave me helpful background knowledge and a different perspective.
When I became LS, I actually didn't really know that much about EPSA because, as I mentioned, as a LS is part of the executive position of my national association. So I didn't really understand that much about being an LS. And if it wouldn't have been for my LS position, I don't think I would be on the team right now. And I'm really enjoying being a team member so much that I'm really thankful to my time as LS. So I do think that it's definitely piqued my interest in going international, especially within pharmacy, because I was always interested in going international, but never related to pharmacy. So that's definitely due to being an LS. And I also think that it has up to now proven really beneficial to have the LS experience. With some tasks, it's just nice to have a little bit background on how I did things as an LS. And also, I already knew quite some LSs, so that's always nice when talking to them about, for example, organizing events. And it just makes the gap between EPSA team and the LSs a bit smaller.
I'm definitely happy to have you as colleagues in the EPSA team. And I would like to know what aspect you like most about your role in the team now, and maybe what aspects you miss about being an LS.
Now I like the team spirit, definitely, because we're a team of 30 people who help each other. And now it's a new work style and having an European view and things. But at the same time, this is what I miss about being an LS. I miss being able to talk for the Austrian pharmacy students and the feeling that you have within the LS family and being just there for each other and exchanging your views with people from other countries, but that's still going through the same things as you.
Yeah, I completely agree with Marlene. I really love being part of the LS family, and especially seeing at AC how the LS family was so strong and how everyone got along so well. That's kind of one of the things you miss while being on the team. But on the other side, I really enjoy my position so much. The main thing I like is that events coordinator is a really social position. So you get to communicate with a lot of people, whether it are reception committees or LSs or members wishing to organize an event in the future. You just get to collaborate with a lot of people and share your, or in this case, my love for events and my wish to organize an event in the future and help with the organization. So it's a bit from both sides. And another thing I kind of miss about being LS is that you really get to engage in the GAs. I'm a bit of a GA geek, and I really miss attending all of the GA sessions because, of course, as events coordinator, I couldn't really attend all of the GA sessions at AC. And I loved the week, but whenever I had the chance, I just liked to join the GA sessions to see what the discussions were about and what everyone was talking about. And especially last year, of course, my whole mandate as a LS, just like Marlene, or she had 1 year live, but Luciano as well. Most of our mandate was online, so we didn't really get to engage that much in the GA except for online GA. And it's quite different because I was used to putting an eye in the chat, saying my name and position behind the camera. And it's really different than being able to speak it up in a big room with a lot of people and really standing there defending your opinion. So that's one of the things I do kind of miss as an LS because I didn't really get the chance to last year. But even though my mandate was really different than expected, I'm really thankful for my LS mandate because it has brought me my position in the EPSA team right now.
Let's do a short imagination exercise now. If you had in front of you a student in your university thinking of running for the LS position, what advice would you give them now?
I would tell them if they do want to learn about pharmacy students in other European countries and want to represent pharmacy students of their own country and just exchange knowledge, then do it. It's a year full of growth and discovery, and you will meet new people, make new friends, and have so much fun.
First of all, I really agree with Marlene. It's a really unique experience to learn about pharmacy and also about other European countries. So it's a really unique experience, and that's one of the things I mainly liked about being an LS. You also get a lot of experience with speaking up. For example, when or before I was an LS, I was always quite afraid to share my opinion for big groups, especially if they don't really agree with my opinion. But as a LS, you kind of are forced to do it because if your national association, if your members do not agree with something that is being said or is being done by EPSA, then it's your task as an LS to say so and to express the opinion of your national association. So it's kind of one of the things I really learned during my mandate to kind of speak up for myself. And it's also a really unique opportunity to gain things in a personal perspective. So for example, professional and personal development. And it's a really unique chance you get. So if you get the chance, I would definitely recommend doing so.
Thank you, girls. Now moving from Austria and the Netherlands to a warmer climate. I have to admit, Luciano, I have a soft spot for Portugal as I had a student exchange program there that I thoroughly enjoyed. So my first question to you is, are you inviting us to visit and when?
You can come to Portugal whenever you want because I will give my house and you will be able to visit Portugal whenever you want.
So if you have listened to this podcast, you are officially invited to Luciano's house in Portugal. On a more serious note, you and your team have truly been amazing and as involved in EPSA's projects as he gets. Tell us more about this. What impact has being part of EPSA made on your association?
The International Relations Department on APEF works with several departments regarding the EPSA projects. We are involved in public health campaigns, raising awareness on several health concerns and issues. The EPSA training project, for example, is highly requested not only from our members, but also from APEF itself on events and other initiatives and activities. Regarding policy, we try to maintain as engaged as possible to international policy work through the advocacy platform, where it is the perfect time to share our policy news and exchange good practice among member associations. We try to be involved in every initiative that EPSA does.
I know that apart from being very active within EPSA, APEF Portugal has developed some pretty amazing projects of your own in the past year. which one of these national projects do you believe has been the most successful? And maybe share a few of them with us.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we needed to readapt and reorganize some of our activities. However, the students' engage and feedback were really great. We had some activities that were successful, such as the National Congress of Pharmacy and Forum Educational. These two events have an educational nature where the students could hear from various speakers that work in different health sectors. Both were fruitful events with an amazing knowledge transfer between students and professionals. One activity we organize every year is the APEF training project that counts with EPSA and IPSF trainers to give trainings and spread the word about the importance of soft skills to our students. It lasts 4 days and the students' engagement is really good. We also had an amazing project with a lot of engagement that was the Take Action, which is an activity that happened in 5 different cities at the same time, where students were grabbing trash from the streets and spread awareness regarding climate change and environmental issues.
These projects really sound amazing, and many congratulations on my behalf and on behalf of the EPSA team as well. Moving on to a more individual student perspective. Do you believe Portuguese students find it easy to access European opportunities nowadays? And is this something they are generally interested in?
The internationals department world might be a bit difficult to understand at the first glance. It is necessary to teach and also to conscientize about all the opportunities that exist and that EPSA can give. This way, more and more students can participate in all of the activities and projects developed on an European level. However, even though the engagement could be higher, I believe the participation of Portuguese students on EPSA is good. We have several students that participate in the events. And for example, this year we had a delegation of more than 20 people on the annual Congress. And a lot also participated in the training new trainers, where 7 of them were able to gain the trainer's candidate status. Knowledge and interest about the different opportunities decreased a bit, but I believe that keep working and spread the EPSA's word is the way to go. I think it is up to us, national, international, and local associations to always come up with strategies that might increase students' interest to European opportunities.
Thank you. And now a final question that I would like all of you to answer to end the podcast on a positive note. And this would be, what is your favorite memory of EPSA so far?
Well, I was lucky enough to have been part of EPSA before the whole world went online. So I have not one favorite memory, but more a collection of treasured memories from congresses and events where I just met other people and made international friends.
Even though I didn't have that many live events, and actually AC in Lyon was my first live event, I still have a lot of happy moments to choose from. Because even in an online mandate, I really enjoyed the LS hangouts that we had. Even though they were all online, it was always fun speaking to the LSs, discussing EPSA-related things, but also things not related to EPSA at all, and things about our country. And it's really made me interested to visit all of the countries of my fellow LSs. And just AC21 in a whole, it was such an amazing week. And there's basically no day that I don't think about the event and all of the people I met there. And I'm just really grateful for having had this chance.
My best memory of EPSA was definitely the last annual Congress in Lyon, as Katie said. With most of the international events getting cancelled, it seemed that the last opportunity that I had to fully experience the LS position was slipping away through my fingers. But the event happened, and I was so amazed and excited to meet in person everyone. Getting to know all the people that I worked with throughout the mandates and having the possibility to meet them live was really great. And I bring so many memories from the event and connections that I believe will last forever.
I will share my favorite memory as well, as we're here. My favorite memory is also from the last AC that took place in Lyon, which is the only physical EPSA event that I got to attend so far. And it was moments and sessions such as RX EPSA, where I could see students sharing not only very well documented information, but also personal perspectives, opposing to maybe the other Congress experiences that I have had. And in moments like this, I feel like students and us as a new generation of professionals all together are truly bringing a change. And it makes me curious and excited for the future of this profession, the future of the events that we will attend as professionals, of the relations that we'll build and the skills that we'll gain. And I believe that's a very hopeful perspective that I left the Congress with. Thank you. If you reached the end of this podcast, feel free to also share with us your favorite EPSA memory in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow us on our social media networks, and subscribe to the Monthly Dose. See you next time with other interesting interviews, bringing pharmacy knowledge and students together.